All right, welcome back to this wonderful channel where we bring you back-to-back updates and information as it is hot. In case you have not joined our social media handle, what are you waiting for? Kindly go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, share, and also remember to on your notification button so that whenever our news drop, you go be the first. We'll collect them. Let's go down to the news proper as it is shele this morning in the land of the indigenous people of Biafra, a land that is flowing with milk and honey. Alagozi. I was listening to Prophet Lulumba the other day. He said that Ndi Igbo should not say that they came out of Israel. That Israel came out of Igbos. And when I heard that Lulumba's talk, he said that Ndi Igbo should also open their eyes. That Ndi Igbo did not come out of Israel. That Israel came out of Igbos. That Igbos are the Israelites of Africa. Even though there is a lot of history about the origin of Ndi Igbo, but the best one that I've sailed is the history of Eri. Even though all these histories linked back to Eri, all these histories linked back to Eri. Like if you go to local government, there are some histories like Eri crossed the Omambra River in about AD something, where he settled in Aguleri. He had two sons. Aguleri and Umuleri. The other history said that Umuleri is his grandson and Aguleri is his son. There's other histories also that started suggesting the origin of Ndibo, but all these people led to Eri, even the one of Egala and the rest of them being a sister, one of the daughters of Eri. You see people like Igwedo, Onoje of Onitsha. These are histories. Some history traced back that the Edos, the Edo people are also part of Igbos, but these people are people who migrated and went to that part of the world. And of course, if you look at some of the similarities, you will find there are some things that links to these things. It's just that here in Africa, people, we don't have archaeologists that have gone into deep research in order to be able to find out if these things are really true, because there are some tests that that can link to some of these things. Even now, you can there are some of email you receive. They say you can trust your ancestral line and the rest of them, whether you come from the great lineage of this, great lineage of that, and you see that blood don't lie; it testifies. Blood speaks very high because that is your lineage. That's where you are coming from. Sometimes you find a lot of traits that are in those people inside of you. That is because you are coming from that part of the world. Meanwhile, let's go down to the information of the day. I'm right now live in the Twitter handle of the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile, Mazi Simon Ekpa Nwanjoko Odogwana Manzunanya Ele Papai nwoke bụchara abụcha asị amụọ nwoke nya bụrụ nwoke na okeke nwaanyị nọ na-adịkwanụ ntị njọ ịghọtaga amụọ nwoke nya bụrụ nwoke okeke nwaanyị na-akaba arụ nnọọ dị ntị njọ. O wee bụ na Simon Ekpa Nwanjọkụ ka nsụ anya n'Igbo ekene m unu ya o wee bụ na Simon Ekpa Nwanjọkụ bụ nwoke amụ mmụọ, nwoke bụrụ nwoke chakepụ, nwoke chaa barabara ọsha bleng bleng, oya ndị ọcha na-akpụ ya ọsha bleng bleng, ọsha bleng bleng. You want to go now? And so they call him. He said our satellite TV and radio about to hit the airwaves. Shocking. You go shock the enemies, say as things they go. You know that I heard one of Martin Luther King's citations. He said that freedom, that a fight without weapon is one of the greatest ways to fight freedom. Martin Luther King stood his ground throughout the United States He became one of the greatest well activists known. Of course, you know that Luther was a pastor. Even his father was also a former activist before he came up and took up the game. And Martin Luther King brought revival, revolution. Let me use the word revolution in the whole of American history, because then the black were so much marginalized that a black child cannot walk through the street of America where the whites are domiciled. And they gave the white people a particular place where they will reside. You know, they say this place is for the white people, this place is for the black people, and the black people were residing in, you know, in the most primitive part of America before the revolution came. When Martin Luther King rose up, after that, people like Abraham Lincoln took it up, you know, where he declared the words like democracy. He said it is government of the people, by the people. And that was how how politics revolutionized the time of communism and the rest of them. But at the end of everything, you find out that freedom without weapons have you know has had been there, and there have been records of that part of fight of freedom being one of the most weapon that has been used in the history of freedom fighting. Look at what is happening in Haiti today. These people are fighting for freedom, but there's a lot of arms in Haiti, and the young youths in Haiti have been pumped with drugs, with ammunition to fight themselves. There's a speculation that people who are sponsoring this thing, the Americans are on the other side, and the Russians are on the other side. If you have been looking at the history of what is happening in Haiti, you know, I'm trying to bring out all these angles of what has been happening in politics and freedom fighting, so that as a Biafran and every Biafran all over the world who are looking forward to achieve freedom, looking forward to reach home to our fatherland, because we know that surely is a land of promise, and that land must surely come to pass. That land must surely come into action as it be. Meanwhile, for waiting they call the prime minister, like I brought to you, don't talk say the satellite TV and radio is about to hit the airwave, and that is to say that you can catch up everything that is going on in Biafra land in the satellite TV. This is a good move, you know. When you have a team of wise people, a team of educated people, a team of informative people, a team of people who are informed. One nobody will sarawale, movement. It gonna be. Meanwhile, as it be, let's keep going down to that information. Let's see waiting other people they talk about this particular satellite TV that has been set up by the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile, Mazi Simon Ekpa Wanjoku. Let's see what are people's take, what are they saying, what are the people saying. If you watch, I don't know if you have heard anything from Akpi Mama recently, who has been one of Simon Ekpa's fan, and Simon Ekpa is a big fan of Akpi Mama too, because Akpi has been there. He has been talking about what's going on in this government, a government that has not provided its citizens with any social amenities. We buy our water, we hustle for our water. When we build our house, we are the one digging the wells. We suffer to build our houses by ourselves. We still pay taxes as business people, as people, civil servants. We still pay taxes. Now the question is, where are these taxes going to? We provide our building. First of all, economists told us that house and home and shelter, food and shelter is the most important need of the common man. Because no food, no shelter, my brother, your own don't buy. Your name is Otilo Owale. Now, Simon Ekpa says this is the reason they want to kill anyone talking about freedom. He said, Ndioshi, and that's the reason we must stand up against this Ndioshi who have destroyed our future. Even about Simon Ekpa, he was referring to Nanya Baribe. Some of these politicians, one thing about them is that have a sweet mouth, if it is time for election, you see them talking all manner of things just to bring you close. Before I go on, I'll bring you information. The Prime Minister of Biafra Republic Government in Exile just posted. He said, Biafra government fundraiser time March 16th, 2024, 07:00 p.m. Biafran time. That's 7 p.m. Biafran time. Join Zoom. I fit drop the link for that for my under chat for the what did they call them there. You fit see them there, or you fit go for Twitter finally. But if you want the link, make I drop the link. Just raise your hand for the comment section, and I will be dropping the link for you. I'm going to drop the link for you sharply. My work here now to bring you good information. We say it going to informate you for the obodo. See this headline. He said, you are invited to the Biafra Republic Government in Exile fundraiser Saturday, 16th March, 7 p.m. Biafra time, 1 p.m. Eastern time. He said, Prime Minister, Biafra Republic Government in Exile, Simon Ekpa, leader, indigenous people of Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi Okwu Kanu. If you know the see, you go see. If you no get eye, you no go see. BRIG is established to undertake the political. Now, let me read out some things for you. BRIG has also, Biafra Republic Government in Exile has also opened their own Twitter handle, and they say their mission statement is to establish to undertake the political and administrative governance of the Biafra nation from outside of Biafra territory. The Prime Minister, that's the mission statement of the Biafra Republic Government in Exile, and it is a verified account, so you can follow that particular account. Meanwhile, let me wind down the curtain here, but before I wind down the curtain, make I show you what thing they happen for the NIG House of Senate. I told you that I'll be bringing full information. I'm not going to bring half-baked cake. Go say why I go to bring information for the Nigerian people. This one. You need to know what is happening. Anybody that is fighting for freedom, you need to have information. Let me clear you, because some people will tell me, you are diverting, you are deviating. I need to be bringing you full information, make you know what's in the happen. If you don't know what's in the happen, how you go take your movement? If you are somebody that is seeking for your freedom, you have to know what is happening in the other person's house. You have to know what is happening in your house. You have to balance the two information so that anything you are doing, you know where you are putting leg. You are not just moving like a blind person. You are working with information. That's how government rules. As it be, Senator Nenji, what are you afraid of? What are you hiding from Nigerians? PDP chides Akpabio. You don't share for House of Senate too. Now the House of Senate members, now then they use their hand, they open the chicken yash now. No be me open this chicken yash. Now this chicken yash where they open, now me I want scatters. As it be, the People's Democratic Party has demanded an investigation into the 3.7 trillion 2024 budget padding allegation. In this 3.7 trillion, one constituency is getting about 200 and something billion allocation. Now, you ask me that these constituencies are getting this kind of money. What is bringing in this issue that is happening in the House of Senate is that one of the senators said that he did not agree with the budget, that there was padding in the budget, and when the budget was opened, they find out that a particular constituency will be getting about 200 and something billion allocation from this particular budget, and some constituencies will be getting only 2 billion. allocation for this particular budget. This is the budget of 2024, and these people are telling the citizens that there is poverty in the nation. The question is, when this budget is allocated, what are they being used for? I think it's high time the citizens rise up and start questioning some things. It's high time the citizens rise up and start questioning some things. These people are our senators. They come back at the end of the day. Whenever election is coming close, they come with a new promise. They tell the people, this is the high time we change your life. This is the high time we bring you good things. Out of the coffers of the nation that is meant for these people and the citizens, they bring out a little chunk of money. They buy bags of rice. The other time I went to my local government, went to my own town during the 2023 general election, and I was thinking that they say the politicians are sharing something to their people, their party members, and I thought these people were supposed to get something tangible, and they were sharing things like four cups of rice to these women. And you see these people clamoring, killing themselves. They can even stampede themselves in order to be able to get these little things. I think it's high time every citizen of our Igbo should know what is called contentment, because without contentment, you will not be able to fight for your freedom. America, you are seeing today, the United Kingdom, you are seeing today, the Soviet Union, the Poland, the Ukrainians, the Russians, who are in good condition today was because their citizens stood up and said enough is enough to what the government is doing. Let the government give us account of whatever they are doing. We want to let the government be accountable to the citizens. We want open government. And that was how everything changed. Now, the Igbo man, the citizens that are in Nigeria have never ever requested for open government. Even though that when they request something like this, the government start fighting them with barrel of gun. But this is no more the time for protest. It's not by protesting. It's by the young people rising up. Go down to the institutions. You find out that the institutions have watered down the standard of education. And why these people are watering down the standard of education in our institution is because they know that when the poor man acquires education, he will be able to fight for his right. So the lecturer allows you to bypass through the back door. The institution allows you to bypass through the back door. All they are doing is that they don't want you to rise up to the top of the place they are, because they know that whenever you are determined to come up to that point, you will actually fight for the freedom. And these politicians are using poverty to stampede the poor man. That's my anger. They use poverty. Now they know that the economy is in shambles. It is not that the politicians cannot fix the economy. It's because they just want to use this hunger to hold the poor masses down. Because a hungry man is an angry man. And when you are hungry, you will start behaving like a dog. And when you start behaving like a dog, it is now barking. And when you start barking, they know that the dog is hungry. And they will feed the dog with small meat and the dog will be all right. That's just what they are doing. They tell you they arrest these people, they arrest these people, they go to Binance, they hold Binance. All the loot that was recovered during the Muhammadu Buhari's administration, where are the loots? That's another question you will ask yourself. All the loot recovered during the Muhammadu Buhari's administration, it was in this country that the central bank reported that there is no record of the national asset. And you are telling me that it is a country. They reported no record of the national asset. The central bank could not be able to give account of the national asset. Now look at the mess that is going on after the government of Muhammadu Buhari, where MFL was the what is it called? The governor of the central bank. A lot of looting. It is now through investigations they are finding out that some documents which were signed without the president's signature. In which country can this thing name? Country this kind of thing name, my people. Oh, say Taylor, As it be, still remember that you are still in your one and only favorite channel where we bring you back to back update and information as it what. In case you have not joined our social media handle, kindly go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, share, and also remember to on your notification button so that whenever our news drop, you will be the first who will collect them. Thank you for listening. God bless you.